definitely. Just keeping me, just the goal setting aspect of the sport and being able to basically just knowing that in order to compete, in order to go to practice, in order to wrestle and do, have fun, and even play other sports, you had to go to class, you had to go to school, do your homework. You can't just go out and screw around and be on your own system. You gotta, there's certain things you have to do, certain requirements you have to meet in order to go out and have fun. So, that was definitely a main criteria in my household, in my family. And so, that got me a college degree. So I don't ever want to have my son go out there and be a bully or be a violent person to, get his kicks by going and beating up on somebody that's not necessarily weaker than him, just on anybody in general. So I think that was probably similar to the same premise that my parents had as far as raising us, knowing that, yeah, okay, this is, my kids, they know how to defend themselves. They can do, they can get out of situations if they needed to, but this is the way we want you to handle those situations, and try to meet these steps as much as you can to get out of those type of physical altercations if you can. I started going to the gym, just 2 days, 3 days out of the week, maybe wrestle a little bit, learn some jiu-jitsu, because it was kind of the hot thing, everybody's starting to get better. So I started doing that, whipping up on everybody in the gym, and then 2 or 3 months later, the guy owner of the gym was like, "Hey," it's like, I can get you a fight. You want to fight?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to fight." Like I cut so much weight in college, I didn't have any more intentions of cutting any more weight. I was like, that was one thing that I'm like, I'm said and done. I don't have to do it anymore. And but then he was like, "Hey, well, you can make $3,000," and I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, and you can be on TV." Let me think about it. And I talked to my brother about it, and he's like, "Hell yeah, dude, go do it, because you can make sponsorship money." And so it's like kind of something like that. And it was a Show XC show, or Elite XC, one of them, and it was all kind of similar. But it was an undercard fight. But I still, I was like, "Nah, screw it, I'll do it." And went out there and I fought another wrestler. So that was kind of cool, because then it was like a wrestler on wrestler, and so it wasn't like I was going out there and fighting some Muay Thai champion dude where I'm like, "Oh shoot, I'll lose my teeth," But so I did that, and next thing you know, they're like, "Well, it's a 3-fight contract, so we'll see you again in a couple months." I'm like, "All right, cool." I won, so I'm like, "I'll take your money, it's no problem." So after that, it was game on. I feel like I've tried to go back and get a job doing other stuff, and times are super tough. There's no jobs. Even with a degree and just experience, it's like nobody's hiring. They're so critical, and it's difficult. And it's just the thing I know as deep down inside is I'm a fighter. And this is what I've been doing my whole life. So it's like I'm gonna try to do it again and see what I can do to try to make something happen. And it's like I fight, or I want to fight now, yes, to provide for my family, but also to know that I want to have a career that I know that I will enjoy doing something. It doesn't interest me to go get a job working in a factory somewhere, working on a assembly line, knowing that I'm going to be, I have a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm going to be take it out on my family when I come home, because it's like there's no happiness for me there. Yeah, I'm getting a monthly check or whatnot, but I still feel like I can make something happen with the stuff. I've worked so hard in my life and made so many sacrifices that I can create something out of the sport of MMA.